They found his boot first, caked in red mud and half sunken in moss. It looked like something the forest had spit out. The search and rescue team brought it to me in a clear plastic bag, like a piece of crime scene evidence. I remember staring at it for a long time, numb. It could have been an animal, one of them said gently. We'll keep looking. They never found the rest of him. Two weeks passed. I mourned him like he was dead. Screamed into the woods, smashed plates, tried to picture life after Colin. Our dog, Bishop, stopped eating. He would just sit there and stare at the tree line, growling. One night, I woke up to find him pacing the bedroom, whining like he was trying to warn me. Warn me that something was already here. Then Colin came out of the forest. I was in the kitchen, pouring cold coffee, when Bishop lost it. Growling, hair on end, the kind of growl that comes from something ancient and buried deep. I ran outside and there he was. My husband, standing at the forest's edge, thin, caked in mud, smiling. He didn't say a word. I ran to him, hugged him. He was freezing, silent. That smile never left his face, not even when I cried into his shoulder and begged him to tell me what happened. Not even when Bishop lunged at him and I had to drag the dog away, kicking and snarling. We didn't call the police. I couldn't lose him again. I know it sounds insane, but pain makes miracles feel like reason. He didn't speak at all that first day. Just smiled, watched, showered, slept, stared. I made him steak for dinner, his favorite. He sniffed it, turned pale and gagged. Asked for berries instead. Only red berries. His voice was flat, like he learned to talk by copying a recording. I gave them to him. He devoured them. That night, I woke to a click. The lamp. I turned and saw him squatting at the foot of the bed. Not sitting. Squatting. Perfectly balanced. His spine arched like a spider, hands pressed into the mattress. I started researching. Missing hikers, forest folklore, skinwalkers, fae, possession, doppelgangers. Nothing explained why the birds had gone silent around our house or why the lights flickered whenever he walked by. Then I found the notebook. It was hidden in his hiking backpack, soaked, mud-stained, warped and swollen, but still readable. The notes stopped abruptly 2 weeks ago, the day he vanished. The last few pages were different. Day 6. I found something, or it found me. A clearing full of bones, arranged in spirals. No birds, no insects. I felt watched. Left quickly. Day 7. Whispers. Can't sleep. Something's following me. Not footsteps. Shapes. Shadows in the trees. Eyes in the bark. Day 8. I saw it. God help me. It was me. Another me, smiling. No eyes, just holes. I ran. Day 9. It won't let me leave. It knows me. It speaks with my voice, says things only I should know. Day 10. It offered me a trade. And then scrawled sideways in frantic handwriting at the very bottom of the last page. I'm sorry, Emily. I didn't want to die. my blood turned to ice. That night, I confronted him. Or it. "Where's my husband?" I asked. He blinked. "I'm right here," he said, looking confused. "Don't you love me?" "You're not him." He smiled wider than any human should be able to, lips stretching too far, revealing too many teeth. "You're right," he whispered. "But I remember everything about him and about you. I wear him well, don't I?" I ran. I locked myself in the guest room and cried into Bishop's fur. Outside the door, I heard him pacing the hallway, whispering, sometimes laughing, sometimes growling low, animal-like. At dawn, silence. He was gone. I should have left then, but I was stuck, chained to the house by fear and a sick kind of hope. What if there was a way to bring Colin back? What if there was a ritual, a reversal, something? The next night I heard singing. From the forest. Not words, tones. Notes that vibrated in my bones. Bishop crawled under the bed and stayed there, trembling. I opened the window just a crack, and I saw them. Shapes. Not just Colin. Others. Pale, tall, smiling. Dancing between the trees. Twisting. Imitating. And I recognized them. My high school boyfriend. My dead sister. My mother. But none of them were real. And then I saw him, or what had once been Colin. He saw me too, tilted his head and waved. I slammed the window shut. In the morning, I drove into town. Found a woman who ran an herb shop, ancient as dust, part Mi'kmaq. I told her everything. She didn't even blink. "You didn't bury his clothes, did you?" "What?" "They took his name, his skin. You left the door open, dear. You fed it." I didn't know." "They never just take someone," she said. "They offer a choice. The forest doesn't waste. It recycles. And it's always hungry." "Can I stop it? Bring him back?" "No. But you can starve it." That night, I left the door open again. Candles, salt, meat. His favorite song playing softly on the radio. A trail leading from the forest to our bedroom. A trap, but backwards. He mocked it. I crouched again at the edge of the bed. "Do you forgive me?" he asked. I nodded, slowly. My hand slipped beneath the sheets, wrapping around the iron rod hidden there. "I missed you," he whispered. I waited, let him move closer, let him whisper about how my skin still smelled the same. Let him reach out with those pale, stretching fingers. Then I struck. The rod drove through his shoulder. He screamed, a sound not made for human lungs, raw, animal, unholy. And then his face opened. Not torn, split like something inside was trying to claw its way out of Colin's mask. I ran as fast as I could, locked the bedroom, hid in the attic. He howled, the whole house shook. And then came silence. He's still here. Some nights I hear him just outside the attic door. Other nights he dances with the others in the forest. Once I saw Bishop watching too, tail tucked tight, eyes wide, trembling. Tail tucked tight, eyes wide, trembling. Colin's body is decomposing, but he isn't. He's still thin, still pale, still smiling, and he still remembers everything. Even now, when I cry, I hear him whispering through the vents. Don't you love me anymore? I sleep during the day, eat very little. Bishop never leaves my side. The forest has started creeping closer. Vines curling up the porch, moss spreading across the windows. They want me to open the door again, but I won't. I've learned something lives in those woods, something worse than death. And sometimes it wears the face of the person you love most. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. A quick shout out to my patrons, Old Penguin, Rinku Star, Melissa Perez, Icy Narrates, Seven Cities Journalist, Cupcake Hips, Eric Cifuentes, Alonso, Austin My Love, Ellie Hutmeyer, Jesse Hartley, Lawrence Wallen, Mr. Sankofa, and William Hartley. I always try to link a different charity in the description, so go ahead and check that out. I'm also going to start having more things on my Patreon soon, so keep your eyes peeled. And as always, I'd love to know how I can be praying for you, so go ahead and drop a comment and let me know how I can do that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.